Hi all, this is Moon from Moon Outdoors, and today we're going to make what we call blackened meat, and I'll show you what goes in the dish and how we prepare it. Alright, here we go. I'm getting ready to cut up a deer roast here. This is the deer that I harvested this past fall, 2019. And what you want to do, you want to try to get the chunks themselves probably about a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cubed. And what we are going to do then, we will add them into a bottle of Worcestershire sauce, and we'll just empty the whole container into a 1 gallon bag, and then we'll let it marinate for probably at least an hour. Now it's about the size of chunks you kind of want. Yeah, it's about 1 inch by 1/2 inch. One thing about deer that you get the wild gamey taste is you want to try to remove, all the fat and the silver skin. That's what gives you the gamey taste in the meat. We found that if you de-thaw your roast or whatever have you, if you're going to cut it up, if you let it still just a little bit froze, it seems to cut much easier. And with this also, this recipe does not have to be made out of venison. It can be made out of beef or what have you. And after we get the meat cut up and put into our Worcestershire sauce in the bag, we will cut up onion and red and yellow and orange peppers. And those, what we do with that, we go ahead and we put our onion in a hot cast iron skillet, and we usually add olive oil to cook in it. And then after our onions are cooked down, we go ahead and add our cut up peppers, and that really gives it a sweet taste to it. Now see, there's a little bit of silver skin when we did not get that off when we were trimming, and we process our own deer, and if you never have processed your own deer, the taste is a whole lot better than what you're going to get from a processor, because we trim it close and the taste is just so much better. Okay, so now that we got all our meat cut up, like I said, it seemed to work best for us if we cut it up about a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to put it in our 1 gallon bag. And then we're going to add a whole bottle of Worcestershire sauce into the bag. And then we'll seal it up, and we'll knead it a little bit. And then we're going to let that set for about an hour, at least an hour, and then we will get back to this later. Okay, what we are going to also add is we're going to add 3 peppers, a green, a yellow, and an orange. Interesting fact about peppers is that the 4 humps there on the green and the orange, these are both female peppers, and they're a lot sweeter than the male, which the male only has 3. So interesting fact, if you didn't know that, you learned something today. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these and deseed them. then we're pulling all the seeds out. As you can see there, you can actually dry these and you can plant these, and they will make a pepper plant. This one actually has peppers starting to grow inside of it. I'm going to cut these up and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, now that we've got all our peppers cut, we'll go ahead and I'll take them inside and go ahead and rinse them off, get the remaining seeds on there, and then we'll continue and come back to cut up the onion. All right, now we're going to take an onion and we're going to cut it up. One thing, if you don't know about an onion, if you keep your mouth closed and breathe through your nose when you're cutting it up, it usually does not affect your eyes. So I will not be talking through this portion of it. All right, another thing you can do is with your waste, if you go ahead and put this in the Ziploc bag and put it in your trash, then you won't have the onion smell in the kitchen or wherever your garbage is. We're also going to have fried cubed potatoes. We've already washed these, and I'm just going to go ahead and cube them up. And then what we'll do in a separate pan, while the blackened meat is cooking, we will put some oil in these, and then we will just cook them over the open fire as well. And that's about the size we're looking for. And another thing with the potatoes, it's actually more nutritious. You get more value out of it if you do leave the skins on. Alrighty, now that we've got all our vegetables and our meat cut up, it's been marinating for a while. We've got our potatoes cut up, we've got our onions and our peppers cut up. Now we'll be ready to go ahead and heat up our oil in the pans and start the cooking. I'm going to add some oil. I'm going to fry our potatoes. And that's just regular canola oil that we're putting in our potato pan. Now our blackened meat pan, we are going to use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to let that heat up just for a couple minutes here. And I'm going to put our onions in there first and get them caramelized. And then we will keep stirring them, and then as soon as those are caramelized, we'll go ahead and add our peppers. All right, now we're going to add our onions and get them going. If you've never cooked over open fire or outside, try it. It's fun. It gives it a different taste. The aroma's just great within itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and add our potatoes. And we just want to go with the onions. Go ahead and let them cook down until they're caramelized. I mean, you'll see them shrink up and almost get like a translucent color. And then we will go ahead and add our peppers. All right, folks, we are ready with our onions. They are caramelizing very, very well. And we'll go ahead and add our peppers. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to let them go ahead and heat up for just a few minutes, and then when we'll go ahead and add our meat and Worcestershire sauce mix, we'll empty the whole bag into the pan. And our potatoes, we've got them going, and they are looking very, very good. All right, we got our vegetables cooking down. I mean, they're looking very good. They're softening up, and that's what you want. As far as time, it just depends on how hot your fire is. You will go ahead and add the meat. And then we'll just let this, it'll go ahead and boil with the juice that's in it. And it'll also cook down the peppers even more. And that's why we just wanted to go ahead and get the peppers softened up. And then once the heat gets up and it starts boiling, it'll cook the meat. And we'll just keep stirring it and we'll go from there. The potatoes are looking very, very good. Not too much longer, and I think we'll be able to pull them off. All right, we're just waiting for the liquid to boil off. Everything's looking good. The potatoes I have taken off right now. I will put them back on to reheat, but as soon as this boils down, it'll be ready to go. And this is what we're looking for, the consistency of this. We don't have a whole lot of liquid, and it's boiling off really, really good. And that should do it. And there you have it. Bon appetit.